When we start any kind of meditation, and we are going to now settle into one posture. And for that, do you have your blankets with you? Yeah? Yeah, you can use them to cover yourselves also, but the idea was to show you one little trick before we even begin to sit. Yeah? We will do all the loosening later on, but even if the legs are quite inflexible, you can still achieve a steady posture. Let's say you stand up on the knees like this, the back is upright, right? And then you lower the buttocks only as close to the floor as you can maintain that straight posture. And whatever gap you are left with, you fill in with those blankets. And you don't be shy. You can use as many in the beginning as you can, just to really exaggerate it and show you what I mean. You can do something like this, where the thighs are almost at a 45-degree angle off the floor. The buttocks are really high up, and you see how straight my back is, with the knees quite close to the floor, or right on the floor, which will also depend on how you can spread them. Yeah. So if right now you can't spread them very much, they won't be on the floor, but if you can push them apart and elevate the buttocks, you can come up into a steady, firm and balanced posture right from the start, without necessarily developing flexibility in the legs, which is of course necessary, but we want to be able to sit nice and upright from the beginning. So finding how you can sit in this upright posture. And here you probably already appreciate why the padding has to be hard. If you have any kind of soft blanket, you will gradually sag down, and then you will bend in the lower back, then stress will develop and discomfort. So adjusting the whole body nice and upright, rolling the shoulders back, and bring the chest forward also. You can even push against the knees, bring the chest all the way up. So a stiff kind of posture first, and then we ease into it. Complete relaxation. Gradually we let the body sink into it, but without losing the straightness in the back. And now the hands. The hands will come on the knees in the posture, as I'll show you on the camera right now. The index fingers will be curled to the roots of the thumbs. Yeah. So you take the index finger, curl it inside the thumb. Yeah. So the inside of the thumb will cover the outside of the index finger, and you will feel a firm contact between the index and the root of the thumb. And then you will place the palms up on the knees or down. And before you decide which one you are going to do, close the eyes and try one and the other and see which one feels nicer, better, more comfortable. Be aware of what this movement does in the shoulders. When the palms are up, the shoulders open a little bit more. When the palms are down, there is a bit more relaxation in the arms. So there are different advantages to both. Once you have decided, keep the eyes closed and become aware of the whole body from within. Become aware of the whole body without the eyes open, using just feeling, but also what your body looks like. So as you move your awareness through the different parts of the body, develop a quick vision in front of the closed eyes, as if you were looking at that particular body part from up close. Starting with the legs. Take your awareness into the whole left leg. And feel the whole left leg from the hip to the knee, and from the knee to the ankle, and from the ankle to the tips of the toes. And at each point, if you discover that there is something tight, stay there with your awareness and release. Have a sense of letting go and then move on. Feel the sensations in the whole left leg and the relaxation from the hip to the toes and in the buttock. Now take your awareness into the whole right leg. Feel that the weight of the body is equally distributed in the legs. If you find that you are more weighted to the right side or the left side, see how you can make subtle, gentle adjustments and feel that the whole body is balanced in this way. Be aware of both legs, the firm base that they form, and the complete motionlessness thanks to their contact with the floor. Now, moving on into the spine, become aware of the whole spine from the base to the top of the neck, slowly moving the awareness vertebra by vertebra. And as and when you discover any hunching or any pockets of tightness, release them on either side of the spine, in the back, lower back, middle back, shoulder blades. Visualize your whole back as if you could look from behind at your own body and relax the whole back completely. The whole right shoulder, shoulder blade. Feel the sensations in the whole upper right arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, hand, fingers. Feel the contact between the hands, between the right hand and the right knee. Be aware of the sensations in the whole right side of the waist, the rib cage, the abdomen, the right side of the chest. Be aware of the whole spine and the whole right side completely relaxed. Shifting the focus now to the left shoulder, shoulder blade, the whole upper left arm, elbow, forearm. Be aware of the wrist, hand and fingers in the mudra, in the hand position that they're in. Feel the contact between the hand and the knee and the fingers together. Complete relaxation in the whole left side of the waist, abdomen, chest. Visualize the whole left side of the trunk and the whole right side. Be aware of the whole spine and the two sides of the body in perfect balance and stillness. Shifting the focus now to the head, releasing any tightness you may find in the back of the neck, head and sides of the head, ears, the jaw, temples. As if there was an invisible headrest behind the head. Feel the head completely still and relax all muscular tension from the head. Now continuing with the forehead, eyebrows, eyelids, eyes, bridge of the nose, cheeks, lips. Feel the tongue gently rest against the upper palate, upper row of teeth. And the completely expressionless shape of the face. Be aware of the whole body now, the whole body together. Quite still, solid like a rock. Now, along with this stillness, begin to observe the movement of the breath, but allow it to continue exactly as you found it, without trying to change its flow or its depth. Allow the awareness to simply flow with every inhalation, every exhalation, as they move naturally in the chest and abdomen. Observe your own body breathe. If the pace of the breath changes, let it. If the focus changes from the movement in the body to the movement in the throat, allow your mind to move to that area, as long as it is observing the breath. Allow the mind to roam freely. Be aware now of the totality of the breath, the complete movement, the abdomen, the chest, the flow in the throat, the flow in the nostrils. Be aware of them all together. And together with this, shift your focus to the space in front of the closed eyes, without tightening the eyes in any way. Begin to observe the space in front of the closed eyes. And as your awareness of this space deepens, allow the breath to continue on its own without any more supervision. Let your awareness rest in the warm, friendly darkness that you see in front of the closed eyes, in front of the forehead. And feel that the center of this space is in between the eyebrows. So from being aware of the whole space, take your mind into a more concentrated point, moment by moment. Slowly taking your awareness into one tiny point between the eyebrows. And as your inner gaze converges between the eyebrows, begin to visualize here a small and bright point of light in the shape of a flame. Imagine a flame burning in a dark room where there is no draft and no other source of light. Burning quietly and brightly, and then bring that image, place it in between the eyebrows, and as you gaze into this flame, prepare to chant the mantra Om. Mantra Om starts with a wide open O sound, opening the mouth wide, then the mouth closes gradually until the sound changes into All the while, observe the vibration, the movement of the vibration in the whole body, starting with the eyebrow center. We'll repeat this 7 times all together. Take a long deep breath in. Letting go of the image of the flame, be aware of the vibrations of the sound and the silence after the sound that can be experienced even if there are external sounds in the environment. Observe the change in the rhythm of the breath. And any change in the mood, if such a change has happened. Now slowly begin to release the hand position, begin to move the fingers and hands, arms and shoulders, keeping the eyes closed for now. And then slowly bring the palms together and rub them vigorously until they become hot. Then cut the eyes gently without pressing directly on the eyes. And feel the heat from the palms releasing into the eyelids and the eyes underneath. Then slowly opening the eyes and removing the hands gradually. Hari Om Tat Sat. Everyone, how is everyone feeling? So this was a longer elaboration on meditation that can be done literally in 2-3 minutes, where we focus on the body, focus on the breath, and gradually like this bringing the awareness from larger and larger areas, from the body, the large area, to the movement of the breath, smaller area, to one single point. Yeah. So we literally focus the mind using the shape of the body and the various parts of the body, and then we chant Om, because Om is a sound that can focus the mind very effectively, especially with some practice. This might not happen the first time you do it, but with practice you will experience quite a deep change even after just a very short time of this practice. So we will now move on to a few asanas. We will spend very little time in these classes with asana. So during these different postures, we try to maintain that internalized meditative awareness that we develop in this first little meditation in the beginning. So as soon as we come to the starting position, which for the first asana is the cat pose on all fours, we then stabilize the body, and once the physical movement has been experienced, then we close the eyes and again return to the observation of the whole body and relaxing all the muscles that can be relaxed and tightening only those that need to be. So here we inhale deeply, depress the back downwards, lift the chin up, and then exhale, arch the back upwards, bringing the head close to the hips or towards the hips. Inhale deeply, leaving the shoulders and the hips in one position. Exhale again, the whole spine moves upwards. And when you are sure that the movement is happening physically all right, then closing the eyes and focusing on the coordination of the movement and the breath, and the movement of the spine, relaxing and making the spine more subtle, more supple, using the breath to both move the body, and then when you're in the final position, keeping the breath out for a second or two, and also in. Feel that the arms and legs are not moving, just the back in between them. when you've completed the round you are doing now, lie down on the back. Rest for a few breaths. And then hug the right knee to the chest, interlocking the fingers underneath the knee. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lift the chest and head towards the knee. Count to 3 with the breath out. 1, 2, 3. Then deep breath in and return to the starting position. And again, exhale. Squeeze the knee closer to the chest. Lift the head up. And deep breath in, return. Repeat this 3 more times with the right leg. Keeping the body still with the breath held out before moving back down. And when you've completed these 3 rounds in your own rhythm, slowly release the right leg and shift to the left side. Check that the knee is going straight to the chest and not to the side. And then again, deep breath in and 5 rounds like this. Lifting the chest and head as high as you comfortably can, no strain here. And slowly release. Relax the whole body each time you come back to the starting position. And then squeeze also the abdomen each time you come up. Bring the chest close to the chin close to the chest so that the neck doesn't strain in any way. And when you've completed, again, slowly straighten the right leg. Turn the palms up and separate the feet. Allow the whole body to relax with the eyes closed and release the whole weight into the floor. The awareness stays focused on the movement of the breath, even while we rest. For the next asana, interlock the fingers behind the head and bend both knees. Feel the lower back and the whole spine in flush contact with the floor. The knees will stay together and the ankles also, and shoulders and elbows on the floor as you inhale deeply. And then exhale, bring the knees towards the floor on the left side and head to the right at the same time, twisting the spine. Then inhale, come back up, and exhale to the opposite side. Again, inhale up, exhale side. Each time you come to the starting position, realign the spine with the floor. And check that the knees are not moving or sliding from each other. They stay glued together as do the ankles. Full movement of the head each time, both ways. One more round to both sides. And then once you've come back into the starting position, extend the right arm at shoulder level beside the body. Take the right foot on top of the left knee, and then using the hand, pull the knee gently towards the floor while the head is turned to look at the outstretched right arm. Now there is no tightness in the back. The movement is done by the arm. Try to wedge the foot underneath the knee so that you can relax the whole right leg and simply pull the knee very gently to the floor, allowing the exhaling breath to bring the knee further and further thanks to gravity. Now inhale slowly to the starting position and change sides. Left arm out and right hand is holding the left knee that's slowly being brought to the floor, and the head will turn to the other side. It is not important how close the knee is to the floor, as long as the opposite shoulder stays on the floor and the spine is getting a good movement. And again, slowly inhale into the starting position. Then separating the feet and hands away from the body. And with the eyes closed, be aware of the effects of these practices, not just where you felt them most, but in the whole body. And also on the sense of physical relaxation once the movement is completed. The next practice will require breath retention. If this is not appropriate for you for any reason, such as high blood pressure, or if you have abdominal weakness of any kind, then you will practice this posture in which the knees are bent. You will inhale as you move the hands slowly up as far as you can comfortably go, using the abdominal muscles only. So you're not pushing with your back or shoulders. And then exhale down. And those of you for whom this is quite easy, you can go to the full boat pose, in which we bring the upper body and the legs straight up at the same time, holding the breath in. Inhaling. And then exhaling and releasing back. So decide which of these two variations is appropriate for you. I'll demonstrate the modified version once again. For the full version, simply hold for as long as is comfortable with the breath held in. One more round after the one you're doing now. And once you've released the posture, separate the feet, let them flop to the sides. Squeeze the hands into tight fists one more time, and then straighten the fingers. And then relax the hands completely with the palms faced up. Feel the whole spine stretched along the floor, bringing the back of the head away from the heels, walking the buttocks away also from the lower back to straighten the spine and bring it slightly closer to the floor. Check that there is nothing tight in the legs, and the feet can fall to the sides easily, and the shoulders are released, the arms are by the sides, equal distance away from the left and right side of the body. If you're not sure, you can lift your head, look down the length of the body, see that it's really symmetrical, and then again readjust. Often there is a tightness in the jaw area. You can practice a few yawns, opening up the whole mouth, moving the jaw, even scrunching up the face, and then relaxing the whole face. Feel the whole head completely at ease, no tension being kept around the ears or the temples. Focus on these areas and feel them ease out. The whole back of the head, the whole front, the whole top. Let the face come into a natural expression. Feel the fine line of contact between the lids, the eyelids, and the lips. Let there be nothing tight around the eyes or the mouth. Now become aware of the contact between the back of the head and the floor. And if you find that the head is held by any kind of tightness in the neck, allow the head to drop completely. Be aware of the shoulders and shoulder blades, also in contact with the floor. Feel them moving apart from each other. Complete relaxation of the space between the shoulder blades. Allow the shoulders to invisibly sink into the floor. Be aware of the whole back and the tailbone and the buttocks. Feel the pressure against the floor. And if there is anything tight there, release. The legs, back of the thighs and calves and heels. Like a bronze statue in soft sand, leaving an impression in the sand if you lift it. Feel the whole body sink into the floor beneath you. Complete relaxation of the whole body. And also the front of the body. Be aware of the chest, the abdomen, the collarbones, the shoulders, the inside of the arms, palms of the hands. And feel all the sensations, the contact between the front of the body and the air around you. The contact between the skin and the different types of clothing that you're wearing. Be aware of the whole front of the body, from the forehead down to the tops of the feet, palms of the hands. And the whole back again. Be aware now of both the front and the back of the body together in complete stillness and a state of relaxation. Shifting the focus now to the movement of the breath. The focus on the breath is made along with the awareness of the stillness in the body. If you find that there is a tendency to control the movement of the breath, return first to the awareness of physical sensations and then again begin to observe the breath. Gradually moving the awareness into the abdominal area. Feel the movement of the breath just in the abdomen, even though it continues to happen in other parts of the body too. Feel the navel move upwards and downwards naturally with every breath, and all the abdominal muscles outwards and inwards. But this is all happening automatically. There is no need to influence this flow. If any other thought comes to your awareness, allow it to appear, allow it to last the time that it will last, and then allow it to leave. But your awareness should stay in the abdomen, on the movement of the breath, and the upward and downward movement of the navel. Now take a slow, deep round of breath. Feel coolness and calmness spreading into the whole body as you do so. And then a complete relaxation of the whole body as you exhale slowly also. Repeat this twice more. Breathing slowly and deeply, and also exhaling gradually. And then prepare to externalize your awareness. Once again, becoming aware of the contact between the body and the floor. With the eyes closed, taking your awareness into the space around you, visualizing the floor underneath the body in all directions, as if the eyes were open. Try to develop exact vision of the room where the body is lying, the position of the room relative to the walls, the ceiling. Externalize your mind further. And gradually begin to move the toes, fingers, feet and hands, arms and legs from side to side, head from side to side. Taking a long, deep breath in and stretch the whole body. Then, keeping the eyes closed, slowly roll over onto your right side. Stay there for a little while. And when you feel ready, come up into a comfortable seated position with the eyes closed until you are fully vertical. And then, once you are fully seated, adjust the posture further so that, again, the buttocks are elevated, knees come towards the floor, and the abdomen can move freely. Once the posture has been adjusted in this way, make a quick scan through the whole body, checking that there is no unnecessary tightness held anywhere, and that the breath can move freely. This can take some time. You can take a deep breath in, and the lungs, as they stretch, will help the body to adjust into a more upright position, but then easing into that posture once it's been adjusted. Now, with the body brought to stillness, shift your focus to the movement of the breath. Feel the movement of the breath in the abdomen and chest. And with the next exhalation, continue exhaling until you feel that there is no breath left in the lungs, squeezing the abdomen, and then release the abdomen to begin the next inhalation. Then continue expanding it, and then continue expanding the chest. Keep on filling the lungs with air until the upper chest is filled and the shoulders lift a little. And then exhale, allowing the shoulders to move downwards, shoulders to chest to empty, and abdomen to come back last. Feel this happening even if physically the control is not yet there. Taking maximum volume of air in and out of the lungs. Starting by expanding the abdomen and then filling the chest to full capacity till the shoulders lift. Then breathing out backwards from the top of the chest down to the abdomen, squeezing the navel towards the spine at the end. After the round you are doing now, practice one more with the emphasis, with the focus on this gradual and full breath, and then continuing to breathe like that. Shift the focus into the nostrils. And next time you inhale, count the inhalation, starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, and see what count you reach by the end when you fill the lungs. And then exhale with that same count, distributing the breath evenly so that the speed of the breath is the same from beginning to middle to end. The focus on the flow in the nostrils will help you to develop this steady flow. Feel that the flow is the same from beginning to end, both when you inhale and when you exhale. Feel free to change the count to a longer one if this is quite comfortable, or a shorter one if you chose a long one to start with. Developing a sense of ease together with the breath. There should be no feeling of strain or breathlessness at any point. Choose a count and speed of breath that can be sustained for a considerable period of time if need be. Even if you're just practicing for 5 minutes, feel that you could breathe like this for a long time. The focus is shifting deeper and deeper to the breath, both the mechanics of the breathing in the lungs, always focusing on the gradual filling from the abdomen to the top of the chest, and then in reverse as we exhale, and aligning the speed of the breath completely with the count, which is regular and unchanging, round after round. If the mind is wandering even after we focus it on the movement of the breath, then shift the focus to the eyebrow center each time you inhale. And then as you exhale, move the awareness from the eyebrow center into the nostrils and observe the breath as it flows out of the body. Let the whole awareness be absorbed by this movement of the breath. If any other thought comes, any other impression, refocus, turn away from it. Have the attitude that now is not the time, anything can wait. Right now, I am practicing pranayama, samaveta pranayama, equalizing breath. Inhaling at the same pace as exhaling. One more round of this slow and deep breath. Be aware of the sensations in the nostrils, in the lungs, in the throat, and the coordination of breathing and counting. Then when you've completed the exhaling breath, let go and allow the breath to continue on its own. The awareness will now shift into the physical body once again, specifically on all the major sensations that you can feel, including any points of discomfort or pain, which, however, should be just observed. Try to resist any temptation to move the body in any way. And instead, moving the awareness from one experience, one strong experience, to the next, staying with each for 5 to 10 seconds, going deeply into the experience, into the center of it, and then moving on to the next one. Let all the physical experiences that naturally draw your awareness to them have the same relevance. Whatever the type of the sensation, heat, coolness, pressure, itching, pain, whatever it may be. If you find that you like or dislike any particular sensation, remind yourself, I am observing the sensations. And rather than staying with each one for any length of time, consciously move on to the next one after a few seconds. Become aware now of all the different sensations in the body together. Each in their own location, where you found it, without any movement. Not just movement to adjust, but any movement. All these experiences becoming part of one physical experience of stillness. In some parts pleasurable, in some parts painful, but still, nevertheless. Take your awareness to the front of the body. Be aware of the whole front, from the top of the head to the soles of the feet, chest, abdomen, legs, inside of the arms. And in front of the closed eyes, visualize a large mirror, a full-length mirror, in which you can see the reflection of the whole front of your body exactly as it is. The clothing, the expression in the face, the posture, and the complete stillness. Moving that vision now to the right side, visualize your whole body from the right. Feel all the sensations in the right side of the head, shoulder, rib cage, waist, thigh, and have the vision of the whole right side. The whole left side. Visualize and experience the whole body from the back. See your own back, back of the neck, head, shoulder blades, backs of the arms and legs. Sense and develop a vision of your body from below, as if you were sitting on a pane of glass and you could look at the base of your body from below. And now from above. Sense and visualize the whole body from all sides at the same time. And in spite of any subtle movements that you might be experiencing in the body and that you are experiencing in the body, the pulsation of the different organs, the blood flow, the breath, be aware of the complete stillness of the form of the body. Inside, the life is manifesting in many ways, but the form of the body is as still as a rock. And just as a rock stays still without any effort, feel that this rigidity of the body is completely effortless, as if there was an invisible scaffolding holding up every part of the body. Meditate, reflect on the stillness that is increasing moment by moment in the body and also in the mind. Now begin to observe the movement of natural breath, allowing the stillness to continue, but focusing now on the movement of the breath in the front of the body and in the throat and in the nostrils. Feel the two flows of breath in the nostrils join between the eyebrows, and every time they do, intensify your awareness of the eyebrow center and allow the mind to focus here deeper and deeper. See a tiny point of light, like a little star in an otherwise dark sky. And then begin to increase the size of this image into the shape of a small flame. Using your imagination, increase the size of the point of light into the shape of a flame, so that the base of the flame is at the bridge of the nose and the tip extends into the middle of the forehead, and the bright spot is just between the eyebrows. It doesn't matter how clear your inner image is, as long as the mind is focused and the presence of this flame is felt. Keeping the inner vision focused on the flame, we will chant Om 3 times, followed by Om Shanti. Take a long deep breath in. Please repeat after me. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Externalizing the awareness fully now. Prepare to move the body and to palm the eyes by hitting them with the palms. Then open the eyes slowly and gradually in your own time. Hari Om Tat Sat.